everyone. Welcome to the Halloween World podcast.
Oop.
That was good.
I don't think it rolls off the tongue quite as much as you think it does.
It rolls off my tongue, not yours.
All right.
Well, hello, who are you?
My name's Carrie.
I'm Emma.
I'm Dean.
I'm Jack. Oop. I don't know why I'm from Tennessee all of a sudden, but hello.
Tell us what we're going to do for this
We got a fun little game bit.
2021 Halloween World.
Yes, we are going to do another shameless ripoff of the classic Jonathan Frakes hosted television show Beyond Belief Act or Fiction. Not unlike what we did for April Fool, where we told, I think we did 2 untrue things and 1 true thing, and you had to guess and vote on the true thing. We're going to reverse that a little bit. We're going to give you, these are actually Halloween oriented in the sense that these are objects or things that are some kind of scary, have some kind of legend or spooky or supernatural legend associated with them. I am going to tell you 5 of these things and describe them and tell you some stories about them, and you are going to guess which one of those 5 is a fake. That is made up, that people don't really believe it, just made it up out of whole cloth.
Okay.
Ooh.
But
I'm in my element now.
for the folks at home, we're just learning these rules ourselves.
Yes.
Okay, then.
No.
Well, it's the same as
the other one.
As the one on April 1st. It's just that it's
Reverse these.
4 real, 1 fake.
And since there's 5 instead of 3, are
Yes.
they going to be shorter?
A couple are very short, yeah.
Okay.
It was all, I got places to go.
I was like, are we going to be here
People
for 7 hours?
It's going to be about 7 hours, yes.
A 4-part series starting now.
No. The first one is something called the Jersey Devil Tree.
Oh.
Oh,
You've heard of the Jersey Devil,
Yes,
right?
we
No,
have.
I have not.
But have you heard of the Jersey Devil Tree?
Neither of
No.
the sorts.
And it's this kind of little, well, it's not little, it's a good-sized oak tree near Bernards Township in Somerset County, New Jersey.
All right.
Kind of central New Jersey, which is in the northeastern United States for foreign listeners. It is often described as like this lonely oak, and but now I've seen it. I've seen it on Google Street View, and it's surrounded by other trees, but it's the only oak tree, I guess, and it's the tallest tree in this little undeveloped area. Right across the street, by the way, are homes.
Oops.
And only 6 miles away is the Costco at Somerville on
Work.
Interstate 287. So it's not like it's the middle
In
of
the middle of
nowhere.
nowhere.
Yeah. But it is this kind of undeveloped part of New Jersey, again, immediately across the street from this nice neighborhood. It is a magical tree, though.
Oh.
Or a cursed tree or something. Something's wrong
Okay.
with it. Because there are several legends attached to it, things it does, right? None of which, by the way, none of the legends have anything whatsoever to do with the Jersey Devil, the creature, the Jersey Devil, which is, in my opinion, internet, a missed opportunity. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
know
start
what
some
the
legends.
Jersey Devil is. You don't have to explain.
It's the creature that had wings and it did terrible things in
Horse
the early
hooves.
1800s
Yes,
New Jersey.
I do remember now.
Uh-huh.
We did
it was
an episode
American
in-
Horror Story, I think. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, it's a famous supernatural creature.
Got it.
From American lore. This tree it's nothing to do with the Jersey Devil, it's just kind of evil. Okay, it's an evil tree. So here's one of the legends, is that the Jersey Devil tree is immortal. It's indestructible. If you try to cut it down, you will, quote, come to an untimely end.
Tell that
unquote.
to climate change.
What?
And it does have some scars in it. Right now it's protected by this kind of metal mesh, I guess, around
Okay,
the lower part of
yeah.
the trunk, because apparently some fools have tempted fate and tried to cut this thing down. It looks like axe scars and even maybe chainsaw scars, but it's a badass tree and it's still standing.
Is it protected?
yeah.
Is it by law? Like,
I don't know if
oak
by
trees
law
are
or not,
protected
but-
by law here.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. But again, it's protected in the fence in the sense of this kind of you know what it is? It looks like a chain link fence, like someone wrapped a length of chain link fence
I
around
know
it.
exactly what you're talking about. Mom and I recently learned on our walks that they put those on trees also to protect them from beavers.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we learned the beaver part on this podcast.
Oh, well,
We
yeah,
talked
that's
about it,
true.
yeah.
Tune in
Call back.
You might learn
to
something.
episode.
But, by the way, the April Fool's episode was 191. I actually looked that up.
Oh,
Or maybe
yay.
193, something like that.
Jesus Christ.
Lord.
Stop it.
It was minutes ago he looked it up and he
I
already
did.
forgot.
I've already forgotten. You don't have to do much to this tree to piss it off. You can just diss it. You can just disrespect it. You can, for instance, you can like pee on it.
Oh,
It's
Or
like
something
the
like that.
house from Monster House.
Is it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Jack?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I already said yes.
Okay.
Take my word for it.
Why did somebody pee on the house for months?
Well, no, but like even just like scraping the lawn
Oh, really?
would get the house angry. Yes.
It'll fuck you
Well,
up.
apparently this, you can even just say disrespectful things about it within earshot. And yes, apparently trees have ears in New Jersey.
They do.
They might as
Because
well.
if you say bad things about it, bad things can happen to you. Like sometimes you might be chased by a car or a truck, or maybe your car might break down on the way out, which, you don't want that to happen. So here's a story. One group of, quote, popular kids from the local high school, they went there and they all peed on it because, like, a dare, I guess. I don't know.
The hell?
That's mean.
And they also made fun of it. So they're just dicks.
Ha ha.
bullying a tree.
They're bullying a tree. Yes. These are just typical bad choices by teens.
Right.
And come on.
We've all done it. Come
hasn't?
on.
Who
Peed
hasn't?
on trees and called it names.
And called it tree names.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on. On the way home, so they're driving home, and suddenly, without being pushed down, the gas pedal just floored it on its own. And they just started zooming out of control.
Oh, no.
And I guess the driver is trying to slam on the brakes, but it's not working. So
I'm scared.
And they slam into a different tree
Jesus
on the way
Christ.
home, right? Luckily, they all survived.
Okay.
Well, that's
Minor
surprising.
injuries, but the car was totaled. And it was probably Brad's dad's Dodge Charger, I'm assuming.
That's
So that's not, he's going to get in a lot of trouble.
He's gonna be grounded. He can't
Yeah.
go to homecoming,
Or
guys.
it's
Okay,
like Ferris
you-
Bueller's friend. What?
You can't say Weird World podcast, but you can say Brad's dad's Dodge.
See, you can't say that. Apparently I can. I would just
I know.
Brad's
not
dad's
write that
Dodge
down.
Charger. Ooh, I did it. It's on you.
your turn, Karen. So, but by the way, this story was according to Anonymous, who was
What?
writing on a New Jersey kind of lore website. So obviously it's true.
They always
Duh.
are by
Has to be.
anonymous.
You can't lie on those.
No, you
Oh,
really-
it's
you're
the
not
internet.
allowed. Yeah.
Moderated by a group of nuns, and they get you if you're lying.
Like, wrap your knuckles. Touching the tree, that's just stupid. Here's an absolutely verified story from someone named Melissa C. She said that she and her friends went to the tree. Apparently, this is like a hangout in the area.
What?
Yeah.
Young people like to go hang out by the tree because it's just a legendary tree, right?
The devil tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly,
I would
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
100% sure I would have gone.
I would
to
say
that.
nice words
Yeah, I want to pee on it.
and be very respectful.
I would have gone and been violently anxious the whole time with my friends.
Don't do it. Don't say that. We love you, tree. They don't mean it.
Yeah, that would have been me.
That would have been you, actually.
You guys know.
Stop
the
it.
tree appears.
Oh, my God.
My mom's coming to pick me
I'm in
up.
so much trouble. She and her friends all decided to touch the tree.
Idiot.
Just touch it. Like put it.
Just a little pokey poke.
Pokey poke. Pokey poke. I mean, don't judge them. They're from New Jersey. Oh, sorry, New Jersey. Actually, New Jersey, buckle up because that's not the last time I'm making fun of you. So,
You're used to it by now.
yeah, come on.
Come on, New York's trash can.
So
Hey,
they-
y'all make fun of California. Oh no.
Damn,
Am I
Jerry.
wrong?
Jesus.
Where did that
yes.
come from? That's too much. New Jersey, we apologize for Emma.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not fair.
I was gonna say I'd
John
go
Stewart's
there,
from New
but
Jersey.
I don't know.
Oh, I take it all back.
Someone else is from New Jersey. Lots of people.
Well,
from New
lots of people from New Jersey.
Fran Drescher.
I'm sure
I don't
parts
know.
of New Jersey
No, I
are
don't know.
beautiful.
But then again, so is Joe Piscopo, so that kind of is a negative side.
Yeah.
So that night, the group, after touching the tree, they went to Applebee's to have a late dinner. Again, stop judging. Not a ton of choices. All right. Well, actually, maybe there are. They could have
Applebee's
gone to
has
Costco.
good appetizers.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I'm assuming they went to munch down some double crunch bone-in wings or some brew pub pretzels with beer cheese dip, which
job.
the last one I absolutely want right now. I'm
Yeah.
not kidding. Well, so when they're having their what?
What do you want right now?
Some brew pub pretzels and beer cheese dip. That sounds delish.
I'll bet there's mustard in it.
Nah, maybe. Okay, I don't want that then. So they're having their double crunch bone and wings, and they suddenly look down. All their hands have turned black.
Oh my god.
Black.
Wow.
I thought they were gonna turn into wings.
No, that'd be no.
I
that-
thought
Turn
they're
into
gonna
double
turn
crunch
into-
bone and wings.
I thought they were going to turn into tree branches. That would be worse.
That would have been cool.
Mine are
that
lemon
one
pepper.
movie.
What are your hands?
I'm atomic.
So they took, apparently, according to Melissa, it took 2.5 hours to remove the black. I'm not 100% sure what that means and how they did it and if it's a little racist, but that's what she said on her missive to the website. So we have to assume that was the revenge of the tree.
Yeah.
Or it just could have been Applebee's. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, Applebee's, by the way, sponsors. I mean, spinach and artichoke dip. Yum.
Yummy.
Pinch me. There's also a legend that you can touch the tree and lightning might strike you.
No.
Which could just be lightning, or it could be.
Well, why doesn't the tree like to be touched? What if somebody's hugging it?
Don't.
Yeah. That's a good
How
point.
Carrie?
What if somebody's honoring the tree?
That's its private square. I have mine. You
Okay.
have yours. This is my private square. Hey, stop! Don't touch
touch me
there.
there. Oh, God.
Okay. So that's why the tree just doesn't want to be touched. Okay, leave it alone. Don't respect this.
Give credit where credit's due for that song.
That's our friend Pete. Taught me that song about pedophilia from molestation.
God.
You also can't kind of crowd the tree, get too close to it, again, because it has its special private space.
Okay.
Yes.
And so once a group was doing that, and suddenly this big black Ford pickup came out of the
Whoa.
fog, I don't know, and started chasing them away.
the fuck?
And they're running from it, fleeing for their lives, when all of a sudden they turn back around and the truck has disappeared.
That's scary.
So it could be just some local rowdies who had a black Ford who decided to turn, or it could have been a ghost truck.
yeah.
I like ghost trucks.
I like
Me
that.
too.
Ghost trucks are cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to see a ghost truck. So the tree itself has some supernatural powers in kind of a less general sense, or a less demonic sense. So, for instance, it no matter how snowy it is and how cold it is, it's said that no snow will accumulate around the base of the tree. And there'll be snow everywhere, but like a ring of no snow right around the tree. And also that, again, no matter how cold it is in the dead of winter, it is warm to the touch. Oh. And there's a boulder nearby that's called heat rock that is also warm to the touch, no matter what season or how cold it is.
It's a hot ass
It's a hot tree. Some people say that this is because of souls. So a guy named Matt W., he told the story of once he put his ear to the bark of the tree and he heard the sounds of screaming.
Oh.
He also heard the sound of children playing, what sounded to him like children. So screaming and children playing. So was it the screams of giddy kids? I don't know. Or was it the screams of terror from kids being tortured? Or
The
were
tree-
some kids being tortured and nearby some other kids were just playing and having a good time?
I was gonna say the tree's by a park. Like you go to a park and you hear screams.
You heard it in the tree.
There's a
No, it's
lot
not a
of
park. It's just an empty.
scenarios.
It's empty area. It's not a park like you're thinking at all.
Then I don't fucking know.
If it is children playing and giggling while other children nearby are being tortured and screaming, those are some messed up kids.
I think it's like that. Excuse me. I think it's like that tree from Nightmare Before Christmas, where it's like a door to another door where there's a bunch of other portals.
I was gonna say the tree makes you trip balls. It secretes some
Maybe.
sort of psychedelic.
Yeah, so you
substance.
touch it, and just they all imagine their hands turn black, and his ear hits that tree, and he thinks he's hearing kids being
Yeah.
tortured. Matt W., you need to elaborate. Tell us
Psychedelics,
more about that.
spores.
Yeah,
Spores. What?
So why is this tree
don't
so evil? You wonder.
I don't.
Other than psychedelic spores that Gary believes in,
That oak
apparently.
trees have.
Oak trees
All
have
of a
psy-
sudden.
Everybody knows oak trees have psychedelic spores.
come on.
Don't question your mother.
No, but there could be some sort of
Parasitic fungus?
on the
Oh,
tree.
Like
it.
ergot.
Yeah.
Okay, don't tell M. Night Shyamalan that he'll make a movie, a bad movie.
Probably already did.
Yeah. It's also, I guess the explanation for this is that there supposedly have been numerous murders and suicides in the immediate area. So, and maybe this causes the souls to be warm inside the tree. I'm trying to,
Why the souls go to that tree?
I'm trying to fill in the blanks.
I mean,
that
it
are-
makes sense that the souls generate heat because
Yeah.
souls of the body
Sure.
heat. I don't know.
It's all energy.
There's a logical
It's
leap
all
there.
energy.
Yeah.
souls
that
are like
part.
microwaves, I guess, is what I think that means. It makes sense.
Sure.
It's scientifically sensible.
Uh-huh.
It's all
Scientifically.
Yeah, scientifically. It is also said that sentences that start with "it is said" are complete bullshit. But that's
Or
just-
some people say.
some people say.
Some people say.
And by the way, it's also a portal to hell. Anyway, no
What I
one,
said.
no one's quite sure how long the Devil Tree has been revenging these slights. This is kind of distant lore, but one of the legends is that it goes all the way back to colonial times because the tree was supposedly used to lynch rebellious slaves.
Yikes.
Oh,
And
there it
hang
is.
witches, although no witches were hanged.
That would be up in Massachusetts, but that's not that far. I don't know. There could have been New Jersey witches.
That part.
We don't know.
But they didn't hang witches.
They're also, I guess, later on. It doesn't say exactly when, but the Bernard's Township, whatever it's called, is supposedly was the local headquarters for the New Jersey Ku Klux Klan.
Nice.
And so they, just bad people, bad vibes, bad juju. So
Yeah.
they made a bad tree, something like that.
Possible.
And one last legend is that it's a nearby farmer supposedly murdered his family and then hung himself on this tree back in no years given. So again,
Yeah.
all this these are the kinds of things that would turn a normal oak tree into an evil tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Logically, these sound like a lot of like urban legends.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, that is the story of. So that's number one, the Jersey Devil Tree.
Okay.
Number two, the Moonstone of Morocco.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
This one
I
has a
love
callback,
this.
actually. This does have a spooky, kind of a scary, spooky legend attached to it, but it is also a scientific anomaly.
Work.
I
We'll get to
love
that
a
in a second.
scientific anomaly.
And unlike, who doesn't?
Right. Right.
Unlike the Jersey Devil Tree, the weirdness associated with this is actually kind of good, not bad. So
Okay.
This is getting better. This is my favorite already.
this object has a little bit of a callback. Do you remember a Weird World episode? can't
I
say
don't
these
remember.
things. I wrote down his episode 195. I'm not 100% on that, but it was about Alexander Lang. You remember that he was the really overconfident Scotsman who went to be the first European to go to Timbuktu.
Oh.
That was
Oh.
the legendary city in the heart of Africa, the famous trading
Yes,
city.
I remember this.
He was going to go there. Horrific things happened to him on the way there, and he died on the way out.
Yeah.
Well, if you also remember this a little bit less, but we didn't talk about this that much, but there was a person who did get there first and got back and lived to tell about it. He was a French explorer named René Caillet.
Yes.
Well, René Caillet, when he was in Timbuktu, acquired a little something that would later come to be called the Moonstone of Morocco, or the Morocco Moonstone. This is about 1826 or so, right? So he either found, stole it, or traded for this kind of, I guess, sort of opal-like stone, and it had supposedly been kept for centuries in the mansion of this famous trading family there in Timbuktu. But they were maybe a little bit down the luck, because as you recall, Timbuktu, by the time he got there, Timbuktu was nothing of the splendor it had been a couple hundred years before. So either he bought it or traded for it, but Caillet was able to acquire this most prized possession, their moonstone. Caillet never had a lot of details about how he got it, so maybe he did steal it. Who knows?
I was gonna say, I think he did some fuck shit.
Probably. I mean, he was a European. The European
part.
tourists thought, well, we own everything now, so give
Oh,
me
I'm
that.
here, so
Yeah.
it's mine, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's not clear if it was called the Moonstone when he brought it back or before he had it. Some people
Yeah.
think it was. So some people think it may have been a piece of meteorite or something from outer space, and that's why it was called the Moonstone,
Oh.
the
Not
biggest
like
thing
a
up there.
literal.
That's one
Well,
story behind it. But and also the Morocco part is pretty easy, because it first came to the attention of the West, to Europeans, when Caillet showed up with it in French-ruled Morocco. That was like, when you went into the deepest Africa, you left typically from Morocco, which is French rule. So he got back to Morocco. That's where civilization was. People found out about it. It came to be called the Moroccan Moonstone, because it wasn't really from Morocco. It was really from Timbuktu, or who knows where before that.
The moon.
The moon,
Or
yeah.
the moon, or possibly the moon. So its appearance was unique. It was said to be. It was whitish like some opals, but it had this. Try to picture this. It had this gradually from left to right, in kind of little top to bottom slivers. It went from very close to white to a little bit bluish white to a little bit more whitish blue. So it got bluer as you went from left to right, and that was reminiscent, almost like the phases of the moon across. So that may be another reason why it was called that. It was supposed to be amazingly beautiful. And if it really was just an opal or something like that, its marketing was brilliant, because it was held in incredible esteem. It was considered to be priceless, basically. So it wasn't. It was,
like it.
worth more than diamonds.
How big was it?
Probably just it was kind of ovally shaped, and maybe just like 2-3 inches. It wasn't maybe not even that big. It wasn't.
That's pretty
You'll learn later
big.
there are no existing photographs of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's sad.
The real strangeness starts a bit later. Is in the 1830s or so, mid 1830s. The Moonstone was being transported from Paris to Brandenburg. It seems by that time it had come into the possession of a minor offshoot of the Orleans family. The Orleans family was a royal family at the time. King Louis Philippe I was like a cousin of this Orleans guy, right? Who had the stone, who had the Moonstone. He had bought it, who knows,
Well, look
along
at
the way
that.
in the last decade or so, right? His family was, though, a little bit broke, so they were going to sell it to the Duke of Brunswick, which is it's a duchy that is now in central Germany. So the French owner was kind of hard up, and it was considered kind of a national treasure by France. So he was selling it on the very, very down low. He didn't want anybody to know he was
shit.
selling it until it was a done deal.
It's like, hey, I'm just going to sell this Liberty Bell real quick.
No one pay any attention.
Don't worry. Hello, eBay.
So for this reason, this very, very precious gem was being transported by a very small crew, 2 guards and a driver on a coach. And they were told to take the back roads from France to central Germany. So at some point on the journey, they're on they're on this narrow, rutted road. Forest surrounds you on both sides. They blew a wheel. They lost a wheel. They're broken down. It's nighttime.
No.
So while they're out fixing the wheel, the 3 men hear the howls of wolves. And they're getting closer and closer.
shit.
Remember, wolves are...
Mean.
European wolves are historically much, much more aggressive than North American wolves are. It's also the reverse of bears. Brown bears in North America are much more aggressive than European brown bears, which are pretty docile. What?
What?
Giggling.
Just funny.
It is weird, but
Dad's
all
natural
the-
history corner.
Well, the European fear of wolves is very well founded because wolves killed a lot of people in Europe over the centuries, and they killed virtually no one in North America.
Hey, and then how many wolves did people kill?
Oh, tons. Don't get me
Boom.
wrong. I'm not. It's not like I'm.
I think the wolves
I'm
had
still
a reason.
pro wolf. Don't get me wrong. But when they hear in the 1830s in darkest forests of southern Germany, you
Yeah.
hear wolves
Yeah.
howling. You're scared.
I would shit my pants.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
I would void my bowels.
Yeah,
So
that part.
pretty soon the wolves started showing up, and they're kind of menacing him from the forest there at the side of the road.
It's about to be the gray in this
there.
bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Liam.
That's when something weird happened, though. The wolves began to walk on 2 legs.
I was gonna say break dance.
They did. They probably did. They had some cardboard. They laid it out.
They broke out into song.
Yeah.
These were not wolves, the men realized. These were werewolves.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
You just
dun.
now got that?
Yeah, 2 legs. Well, you're thinking just, hey, wolves that break dance is what you thought.
I just thought, I don't know.
Werewolves.
Yes.
Werewolves. Remember, also, the classic werewolf doesn't necessarily have to be Superman-like. So I don't know. There's not great description of this story. It's just that they're walking on 2 legs at times, and they realized they were werewolves. So they're getting menaced. There's kind of an alpha male there, right? And he suddenly
Obviously.
dashes in, and he grabs on with his mighty snout to the arm of the driver,
Oh, no, not the man.
ripping him up. He's ripping his arm, right? The 2 guards grab the other arm, and it's kind of like a tug of war.
Oh, bad move.
Well,
The werewolf's gonna win, guys.
That part.
no. Eventually, after a couple minutes, they yank the driver free. They shove him
minus
into the
one
coach, and they close the doors, lock the doors, because these wolves may have opposable thumbs. They don't know.
Yeah.
And the driver's arm, though, is shredded. He's bleeding profusely. They're
Yeah.
freaked out. So, and the wolves start to crowd the coach, and they're knocking it from both
Oh,
sides.
hell no.
The alpha wolf was able, there's a little kind of open windows there in the
Uh-huh.
doors. He stuck his snout through the door, trying to bite at him. Finally, one of the guards realizes, hey, you know what? I have a gun.
Shoot him.
Thanks.
God.
So he loads his gun. It's a single shot pistol
Yeah.
at the time.
Right. It took 4 minutes to load.
4 minutes later, he waits for the wolves. He thinks they've backed off a little bit, maybe. So he throws the door open. Boom! There's the alpha wolf. It rears up to come at him. He shoots it square in the chest,
Uh-oh.
killing him instantly. Right?
You
Well,
think.
it's a werewolf.
It's a werewolf. So
Unless that bullet was silver.
Just about to say that.
the bullet was not
Fuck.
silver. The wolf didn't die, but it did seem like it was hurt. And so it turns around and it goes into the forest, and the other wolves follow it. Just at this time, the full moon kind of disappears and has its
Oh.
run. And so they may have left for that reason. We don't know.
Yeah. They had to go someplace to transform back into.
Humans.
Yeah.
Very
Double
possibly.
whammy. I got
Yeah.
shot in the
They-
chest. The full moon's leaving. I got to go.
And we didn't get a meal
Yeah.
because that driver's arm
Really
was
unsuccessful
delicious.
full moon for
Yeah,
them.
it really kind of was.
A bust.
Well, they probably didn't really expect to see a coach there in the middle of the night anyway. I don't know, they got lucky. So the two guards rush the driver to the nearest village because he's bleeding terribly. And they get him into the village. They call the local doctor, and the local doctor I don't know if they go to the inn, whatever. The local doctor comes and sees him and says,
The barbershop.
he's going to die. There's
Yeah.
nothing I can do. But he did not die. That
Where-
driver recovered. In fact, he recovered very quickly, and in fact, his
Uh-oh.
wounds healed semi-miraculously.
Oh my god.
Because he's now a werewolf.
That's when the whispering started. So
Yeah.
yeah, the townspeople start saying, "Okay, this cat's a werewolf."
This cat's a
This cat-
werewolf.
That's a nice sentence.
Sammy Davis.
He's a
was
werecat.
put in, lived in the village there. That, but he'd been bitten by what they were sure was a werewolf. He was going to turn into a werewolf. So what did they do? Luckily for them, when they were undressing him to treat his wounds, they found in his jacket, sort of hidden away in like a lining, the moonstone.
Not the stone.
Oh,
This
shit.
guy was trying to steal the moonstone. He must have done it while the guards weren't looking or something like that, or maybe they're out peeing on the side of the road. He had tucked the moonstone into his and put something else in the case wherever it was being held, and was so they said, okay, great. They went and got the local magistrate. The magistrate said, yeah. So like we charge him with theft, and so they're able to jail him on these legitimate charges. So what they thought they'd do is they put him in the jail and they kind of reinforced the bars. And when the next full moon, so about a month later, full moon's coming, they thought, let's see if he turns into a werewolf. They got like a bunch of dudes in there. I guess they made some silver bullets. And so they had 3 or 4 armed people with silver bullets waiting for this guy to turn into a werewolf. And
He didn't.
he did not.
Fuck.
The driver didn't turn into a werewolf, and just to be sure, they waited another month and tested him again, and then they let him go, which is like, wait, hold on. Did you forget he was trying to steal?
Yeah.
His very expensive steal.
I mean,
They're just so
yeah.
glad he wasn't a werewolf, they let him go.
They're like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Now, this incident is the main reason, or really the only reason, I guess, for the legend attached to it, the moonstone, which is that 2 things: that its possessor can't be killed when it's on his person, and that they can't be transformed into a werewolf, even if they're bitten by a werewolf. That last one's pretty specific, but still, the healing makes them think, okay, so you can't be killed with this, or at least you heal quickly.
It
Invincibility.
could just be a general power that
Something like
works
that, yeah.
to protect. It's just a protective stone.
Protective,
A
but the
talisman.
werewolf part was, again, European legend was that you turn into a werewolf, and
If you got bit, baby.
he didn't, so
Yeah, because the
That's good.
moonstone protected him.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But to the Europeans, they're like, oh, this will protect us from werewolves.
Yeah,
Because that was
that's
a
where
big
they
thing in
went.
their mind.
Yeah. It was a really prominent problem.
Uh-huh.
It's a big
It's like, you
deal.
know how
No.
we're scared of COVID? They're
Yes.
scared of werewolves.
Similar,
Equal.
very similar. So the Duke of Brunswick did indeed buy the stone, and presumably whenever he traveled, he had it on it. At least when he traveled on the full moon, he must have carried it with him. So here's the other strangest note about this moonstone. Even semi-modern science could not figure out what the hell it was.
Yeah.
So the gem changed hands over the years, but by the 1930s, it had fallen into the hands of, unsurprisingly, the Nazis.
I was going to say Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler was supposedly fascinated by it, and he kept it for a time in the Wolf's Lair, which is
Of
Bavarian,
course.
his retreat in Bavaria, his famous retreat. That's what his kind of his summer palace, whatever it was, or
Yikes.
his complex was. German geologists, which were top-notch scientists, they studied the hell out of it and had no idea what it was. They couldn't relate it to any known earth mineral or stone of any sort whatsoever.
So it's not like an opal. Because
It
opals
wasn't
are
an
kind
opal.
of like rainbowy
Opals
or
are well
orangey
known,
fire.
and it was not an opal. It wasn't an opal. It wasn't any gemstone known of, right? And it wasn't just the Germans. During this period, an English scientist from Cambridge, he was a geologist. His name is Clive Owen, not that Clive Owen,
I was going to say, what?
a different Clive Owen.
That's funny.
And also separately, an American professor at Northwestern University named Emil Appleton. They were both experts, and they were allowed to look at the stone when they're traveling in Germany, and they both, same thing. We don't know what it is. So no one could tell what it was.
Damn.
And as I mentioned earlier, no pictures, unfortunately, survived of it.
What?
We assume there were pictures taken, but this is World War II in Germany, so whatever documentation there was, it got lost. We do have those. There's lots of letters from over the century or so, century plus, that it was around that refer to it and talk about it, and even I think a receipt of the sale to the Duke of Brunswick. So we know it existed, but there's no photos of it. unfortunately.
But wait, what happened to the actual stone?
Unfortunately, also, the stone itself disappeared during World War II.
Just disappeared.
No one has any idea what happened.
Well, Hitler knows that stupid
He may.
bitch.
That bitch
Well-
down in Argentina knows.
Probably.
Mengele.
There's lots of rumors like, oh, the Rothschilds got it. Or,
The Rothschilds?
Some people say
What?
Bill Gates now owns it. Or the Queen of
Oh,
England.
geez.
Oh, my
Or
Lord.
some Arab sheik bought it bought it in on the black market or something like that. Because it could have been, if you saw that, you'd smuggle it out.
Shit.
It's the chaos of the
Yeah.
end of the war. That would not be hard.
Soros. No, you know who has it?
Who?
It's fucking Thanos.
Thanos could have it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the
Fucking
power
Thanos.
stone.
You know who
the
probably
power
has
stone.
it? The Earth. It probably just got bombed or something
Yeah,
like that.
the
It just- I mean, it just got bombed to smithereens. Unfortunately, it didn't. So, unfortunately, we will never know from modern science what it may have been. And again, a lot of people think it was a brand new gemstone that came and went. If that's
Yeah.
true, it'd be probably the rarest gem in the world. But we don't know. We'll never know.
I wonder if we could trace it back to its true origin. That'd be real cool.
Yeah.
If it actually
Back in
came from
See,
Timbuktu, but it
Timbuktu,
may
remember,
not
was a
have.
trading city that
Right.
traded all over the
Right.
world. It could have come from anywhere. We'll
True, true,
never
true.
know.
Meh.
It's too bad.
Could have come
Number
from
three
the kingdom of Kush.
of strings. Remember, these are things. These are things called jenglots. Jenglots. Heard of
Okay.
them?
Maybe.
No, but does it have something to do with language?
No,
Oh.
it does not. It has to do with nastiness. They are nasty little creatures. They're part of Indonesian mythology,
Oh.
mainly in Java. It's this gruesome little deformed-looking humanoid, kind of a doll-like thing.
Okay.
They're typically only about 15 to 20 centimeters long, right? They're dead. They're like stuffed, I guess. I don't know. So that's like 6 to 8 inches, very small, and they're scary looking creatures. They have big fangs, usually sometimes big claws. They have dry, usually black hair on their head, and sometimes the hair trails down their body all the way down to their legs. Don't look it up.
Oh, okay.
You can't look anything up because this. Remember?
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah,
guess this
fuck,
wrong.
you're right.
So, and by the way,
I
for you listening right
completely
now,
forgot.
no one look anything up. Don't
Yeah.
cheat.
Don't cheat
Damn
because
you.
we'll know.
We'll know. We'll know.
I was like, I gotta see a
cheat.
picture of this. I don't have good mind, brain. Nope. I don't have a good I
don't
can't
talk
make
so good.
images very well in my mind.
Me not talk good.
I can.
Wait, were these once alive and dead
Yeah.
and
We'll get
stuff?
to that. We'll
or
get to
are
that.
they
Phone
toys?
away.
They give me
Maybe.
Scooby Doo Spooky Island vibes.
Yes,
Yeah.
bitch.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
They're giving me
Trilogy of Terror
Trilogy
vibes.
of Terror
Yes.
vibes.
Yes.
I'm
that's
in both
reminiscent.
age groups.
Sure. Give me.
I don't know what Trilogy of
Trolls. Troll dolls.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Jenglots
okay.
almost always they have the fangs, they have the claws, and some even have 2 heads.
Oh.
But what are they exactly? Some say they are indeed the dried or mummified remains of little humans or even human-like creatures.
Like babies or like
No, they're not. They're clearly
Just
not
like
babies. I mean, they're
shrunken
nasty-looking things. Their faces are
Babies are nasty.
Yeah, well, babies are nasty. That's
That is
true.
true.
But babies
And if
don't usually, look like they look like they're mid-growl. Some say they are transformed humans who follow some kind of ritual, swearing obedience to certain demons, and you can essentially turn yourself into a Jenglot. Some say they are a type of vampire because they feed on blood. Sometimes the blood is from goats. Sometimes it's not
Wait, how
from
big are
goats.
they? What's this?
About 6 to 8 inches.
Oh.
So they're very small.
it's like a little chupacabra.
You okay?
Sorry. Lily
He
jumped
swallowed
on
a
me in
word.
the middle of my word.
They're typically found, by the way, by psychics. Psychics in Indonesia will perform a ceremony, and that allows them to search and find these Jenglots because they're usually hidden. You can find them like they're buried underground, or they're in the remains of a ruined house, or sometimes they're even hidden in the trunks of trees. So the psychic does a ritual, goes out, finds this Jenglot, brings it back, and if you are the possessor of a Jenglot, you are called its keeper.
Oh.
And you must feed them blood.
So you get oh my god, it's like a little chicken.
Like a little gremlin.
It's like a little pet rock that you have to feed, but only it's a demon of a sort or a jinn. So that, which by the way, that says the vampire legend. Why they're some kind of a vampires because you feed them blood. So you can use goat's blood, but most keepers use human blood. But they say that they supposedly get that blood from the Red Cross, so it's nice and legal. So everything's fine.
Because that's a thing.
Sure.
You can go get blood from the Red Cross.
I guess the Red Crescent in Indonesia, yes, and you can, and they sell it to you. Yeah, you got to feed your Jenglot.
They know.
Come on. Come on, man.
They probably have jenglots of their own at home.
Maybe.
They're
Maybe.
aware.
Why? What happens if you don't feed?
Oh,
is
you
this
don't want to
a
know. I'll get to that in a second.
I do want
Mogwai?
to know.
Sort of. Well, you do want to know, but I'll tell you in a minute. The blood, by the way, they don't actually lap it up or drink it.
Huh?
They're nourished by the blood being near them. So you put it in a cup or a bowl or something like that, and you lay it near them, and that nourishes them, right? Some old school folks, though, of Jenglot belief, say that now the Jenglot is just wait until you look away or go to sleep or whatever, and it's going to lick it up.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
if it goes away, if that blood's gone tomorrow,
Exactly.
where to go,
It
bitch?
went Jenglot, and the
He's
Jenglot
got a
has a big
straw.
full belly, and he's got blood on his lips. Come on, man.
Where to go? Jenglot's like, I don't know.
So that would make them like a tiny little spiky-haired mummified vampire.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah. And if you don't give Jenglot the blood, Carrie,
Yeah.
it will take revenge on you. Sometimes, apparently, this involves tying your soul to this world, so that makes you unable to move on to the next life when you die.
no.
So that's fucked up.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Not the
So
worst thing in the world.
Well, if you believe in an afterlife, it
yeah,
kind of
Carrie.
is.
Now, I'm sorry, I'm tied to this world. I can't go with you to heaven. You guys have fun.
I want to be a ghost.
You'd feel left out.
That'd be okay.
Who
I could
said
do that.
you're a ghost?
Maybe, but you're probably a ghost. I bet you're a ghost.
What if you're a Jenglot?
Ooh, that's worse. So feed it even, or at least if you have to, go all supernatural and slice a sharp, big knife down your middle of your palm
Yeah.
and squeeze it out onto the Jenglot to feed it. And then don't have any kind of scar or pain the very next scene. And it's just like squeezing a blood packet that's in your hand. I'm not accusing Supernatural of not really cutting their hand, Dean
Right,
and
of
Sam,
course.
because I'm sure you did. So if you want to actually become a Jenglot yourself, no problem. We have you covered. You just become a hermit. You worship certain demons, and you meditate for a few years, and you're going to need to do this in a certain kind of cave. No one tells you
Okay.
exactly where this cave is, but you're going to have to do it there, and then voila, you become a Jenglot. So I say, listeners, give it a shot. Not sure why you would want to become a Jenglot.
No.
Yeah, what's the
Well, you get the powers. You can tie souls, apparently.
Do they have any good I mean, why?
That's not really a top 5 power in my book, and
No.
I didn't hear anything else that other than to be mean and scare people. I don't know.
Do they
And you're
live
6 inches. You have
forever?
spiky hair. I don't know that it's a good trade-off. So I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure why. Some people say they're kind of associated with being like an Indonesian type of jinn or genie or something like that. So,
Yeah.
but anything I read didn't indicate any other significant powers. So, and they aren't granting wishes. So I'm not sure why you want to become one, but some people do. So what are they really? Turns out that the first record of a Jenglot anywhere that anyone can find was 1997.
Oh no!
Oh.
Hey.
One person claims, no, I talked about these back in 1972, but that person's claim is, quote, hotly disputed.
Ooh. Controversy.
Yeah, there's a controversy.
In the
So-
Jenglot.
So in all likelihood, late 90s, they suddenly, exist out of nowhere. Some of the hairs from Jenglots have been examined by modern science, and every time they've been shown to be
Dog.
Dogs.
humans.
Oh.
Humans, actually. You both are on dogs there.
Yeah, I just
Mermaid. No. Sasquatch. No. Human hair.
I was going to say goat.
Goat
Yeah,
I
would
was
have made
thinking
sense
animal.
too, yeah. They're always human, though. Several specimens have been closely examined, the entire Jenglot, and every time that has happened, they have proven to be
Stingrays.
close. A wonder of taxidermy. They're monkey parts and fish parts.
oh.
What does that remind
Oh
you
my
of?
God, the Fiji mermaid.
The Fiji mermaid. That's exactly the
literally
Fiji
that.
mermaid. That was P.T. Barnum's. I don't know if it's his invention, but this was a huge thing in the mid to late 19th century called the Fiji mermaid, which supposedly, and it looked, honestly, the Jenglots look very, very much like Fiji mermaid. They're just a modern version of Fiji
But
mermaid, it
somebody
appears.
went to a lot of trouble then.
A lot of people went to a lot of trouble because there's
Yeah.
lots of them.
That's crazy.
So, and when you say this, the Jenglot supporters say, well, you haven't examined everyone. Like, well, there, so it
Yeah.
must be true. That's not.
There are imposters.
Or, like you have to, you have 20, we examined 10, they're all fake. We can assume the rest are fake. No, you can't. Stop it. Knock it up. These are the same kind of people that start sentences with "it is said" and also write into websites with just their first name and last initial.
Yeah.
The,
Well-
What?
the same type.
And also the people who like retweet things that say psychology says when you miss someone the most is when you love them the most.
Okay, well, that's,
Psychology
That
says
kind of shit.
you fulfill your dreams with.
No, I'm
well done. Well done. No, you had a good start.
I've never seen anything that says psychology.
Oh.
I haven't either.
Oh my god,
It's
it's
all over
so
Twitter.
funny.
And also, by the way, another clue here is that when janglots are caught, I put that in quotes because again, the psychics go out there and catch them, right? Catch them. They are always exhibited for money. They're on shows a lot, or they're sold. They're bought and sold all over the place. Again, this is something you can get on the interwebs. Here's a power that you can, if you possess them. So not because you're Jenglot. So again, I don't see the reason to become a Jenglot, but to get a Jenglot is not a bad idea because they can be used to make potions, including love spells, and they can be used to counter the black magic of your rivals. So that's good. And these are normal 21st century concerns.
They are.
So.
I've got tons of rivals and they've all got black magic.
What do I do?
Get yourself a Jenglot.
I need a Jenglot.
Start using it. Love potions, revenge, and all kinds of things. And maybe you could use it to seek revenge on people who use their podcast to call into question the validity of Jenglots, like the smug, racist assholes that they are. Wait a second. Don't do that. Please.
You calling
We're
us
nice, I
racist?
Yeah.
promise.
No, but you know,
Yourself.
if we're
We're not
teasing people-
shitting on your culture.
No, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean.
Got it.
I promise.
I
No,
prom
we're
prom.
just a little suspicious that Jenglots aren't what you say they are. But you know what? Like Jack said, if the blood's gone and the Jenglot
Yeah.
has the full
Yeah.
belly.
The Skeeters.
Number 4, baby cages.
What the
Well,
fuck?
I support them.
You don't even know what they are, and you support them. Just
Every
the
baby.
concept.
Every parent needs a break.
Look, we all know city life can be trying, right? It's crowded, traffic's terrible, you can't get a good cup of coffee, am I right, ladies? And the air can be pretty polluted. So this is particularly true back in, say, the late 19th century, early 1900s, when most cities were still, there's a lot of manufacturing still in the city or nearby, and there's smokestacks and all that kind of stuff. So, and also, remember, tuberculosis was still a thing that killed tons of people. I think still the number one killer in the country, in the world at the time. So getting fresh air was seen as almost like a panacea. Is that the doctors say, get fresh air, get fresh air. You
A
have to-
cure-all.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what that word was.
No
now I
big-
do, though.
No big words.
No big words. I want to learn.
Carrie's t-shirt,
Oh.
no big words. You should get that t-shirt. So, what's a good mother supposed to do when her baby and his tender little lungs, and she lives in a smoggy city in the early 1900s? Well, she just might have bought herself a baby cage.
Well,
What, you ask, is a baby cage? Well, sadly, it's exactly what it sounds like. It was a little, like a wire mesh cage around usually a wooden base, right? And
Well, that it would be very uncomfortable for the baby to have
Yeah.
to sit on wires.
yes, that's true. You sound angry at me?
No,
But okay.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, of course. I hope they put a pad in there
Probably a
too.
pad. Probably a blankie. There's a blankie on the bottom of
A
the base
little
there.
down pillow or something.
Yep.
cushion.
Something like that. And it had something you can attach it to the windowsill of your, 10th story flat in Manhattan. And you literally hang the cage with the baby inside, outside of your window, directly beneath it. Other than that plank of wood is the street 100 feet below.
That sounds very precarious.
That is a baby
That's the
cage.
word.
And
Michael
this-
Jackson who?
But
I would not trust myself to fasten that securely. Were there professional baby cage installers? Because
Probably.
I
Shit.
would be very
I-
afraid.
I'd be a little nervous about the attachment part.
Be
but,
very afraid.
The babies look happy or terrified.
Yeah.
The babies
So,
look happy.
but I mean, your baby needs fresh air, Carrie. So you put it in the baby cage, you hang it out the window, and you go about your business. You vacuum, you clean, you read your Cosmopolitan, and you check out your baby every now and again to make sure he's still there.
You
And
got to think about
sunlight.
Cosmo, don't you?
I do.
Well, would babies know enough to be afraid?
I don't
The
think
height?
so. I don't think so. Babies
is
are, as
that-
we know, children are stupid.
Is that that's what I'm asking? Is that an instinct,
I don't know.
or is
I don't
that
know.
learned?
I believe it
But-
probably
A learned
is
fear.
to a degree.
To a degree, it's
Being in a
instinct.
cage with your mom 10 feet away, that's not that could cause a child to cry.
I would sob.
Yeah, you probably.
Well,
would.
is it like a cage?
It's
Like
a legit cage. It's
closed on
complete-
all four sides?
Oh, absolutely.
It's
Otherwise,
not
it'd crawl
sort of
out.
Like,
No, it's
well, no,
completely
I mean
enclosed.
like.
What about the window
I-
side? Is it
I guess I
open
should
on the
say
window?
all six
No.
sides. That's what I mean. Yeah. Is it open to the inside of the house?
But there's a door, so it
Like a-
can't.
oh.
No, it can't. The baby cannot get out of that cage.
There
even
would have
on
to
the
be,
inside
yeah.
part. There's a door on the inside part, but otherwise the baby's completely enclosed. They're sometimes marketed as quote health cages, so it's all about the fresh air.
And the sunlight. If you got a jaundice baby, you
That's
got to
true,
cook it in
too.
the sun.
Yeah, I
I'm a
know
little
all
confused,
about
though,
that.
why
I had to
the
cook my
air-
baby in the sun.
Remember, this is a polluted city, 20s or 1900s Manhattan or something like that. Why was or London? Why was the
Yeah.
air fresher 2 feet outside
Yeah.
your apartment as opposed to inside your apartment? I'm not clear on that.
They thought smoking was healthy back then.
Yeah.
I don't think smog was really the biggest thing on their mind.
Yeah.
No, it was. It really was. Fresh air was the big thing, and they knew smoggy air was not a good thing.
Oh, yeah, that's from my ass.
I don't know.
Well, they had germs.
So let's see. For example, let's take the case of a 21-year-old mother in New York City. Her name is Eleanor. She lived
Eleanor.
in a high-rise in the city in 1906. She wanted to make sure her baby got plenty of fresh air, so Eleanor she did it herself. She fashioned a grid of chicken wire around a wooden basket base, and then she securely attached this contraption to her window. It was a homemade baby cage. And
Eleanor.
she hung the baby in that nice fresh breeze
Are you
outside
going to
of
tell
her
us the
apartment.
baby fell and died?
Carrie, would I do something like that?
Yes.
Not you.
Y'all both like to bring us down
You
sometimes.
do. You really do.
Backward cretins that they were, Eleanor's neighbors, got upset and they complained. But they weren't complaining so much for the baby being, precariously hung over the street. They were complaining because the baby wouldn't stop crying. Because Eleanor
God.
practiced what was a very hot thing at the time among pediatricians, which was the let him cry philosophy.
Ferber
which is-
method?
Ferberizing.
Yeah. And so she let her baby cry all day long. So her neighbors reported her.
Wait, what year was this?
1906.
Ferberizing was a thing in 1906.
Maybe not. It probably wasn't called that, but it
Could have been.
It was
Yeah.
a thing
Cry it
back
out
then.
method,
Yeah.
yeah.
The cry it out method has been around, I'm sure, for a very long time.
Baby-
Babies
do
are
that?
manipulative. You can't let the
Yeah.
baby manipulate you into loving it.
It's based on the idea that babies could cure their own colic, or they should stop being so goddamn lazy and use their goddamn legs to get their goddamn food for themselves. Maybe babies don't have kneecaps, but they do have legs. So
Maybe babies don't have fully fused skulls, but they can move those knees.
get off your ass, get some food, stop crying. So that's, I'm not in complete disagreement with that. So whether it was from the racket or the fact that Eleanor was endangering her baby, she was forced to take it down. The neighbors threatened to report her to the New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty Toward Children if she wouldn't bring her baby inside.
I
So
support that.
that's a thing.
Yikes.
Where to go?
She-
Oh, it's CPS now, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Eleanor did indeed bring her baby in. But years later, when Eleanor Roosevelt, wife of the 32nd President of the United States and international diplomat, wrote her autobiography, she wrote about this incident and wrote about how dumb her neighbors were. She wrote about with annoyance because she argued that she was only doing what a good mother should in getting her baby, her young daughter, Anna, I think Anna Roosevelt, the oldest of their kids, she was getting her some fresh air. That was indeed Eleanor Roosevelt who did that.
My
Oh,
bitch. I still love her,
My God.
Was Eleanor Roosevelt actually good?
Yeah.
Oh
though.
my
Yes.
gosh. The best. Carrie loves Eleanor Roosevelt and Golda Meir
Yes.
and Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
But again,
Not
Bader.
the second one,
Ruth
but the
Bader
first one, yeah.
Ginsburg.
Well,
No, wait. Yeah.
what about didn't they have a daughter named Alice? Was that Alice?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Blue gown. I like her too.
Okay. All right.
is she still alive?
No. Let's be very honest. A
Eleanor.
woman named Emma Reed of Spokane, Washington, applied for a patent for a, quote, portable baby cage in 1922. And it was pictures of it. It's the same thing that Eleanor Roosevelt used back in 1906. They actually, baby cages, at least the inspiration for baby cages go back to at least till 1884, when an influential Dr. Luther Emmett, he argued that babies needed to be aired, quote unquote, regularly to, quote, renew and purify the blood. Quote from him. The appetite's improved, the digestion is better, the cheeks become red, and all signs of health are seen.
What does that mean?
You know, you could
Digestion.
just pop them in a pram and stroll them around the block a few times.
Girl.
It was also thought, though, well, no, you
It's a
can't do that
stroller.
because they also thought that exposure to cool air like that toughened the baby.
Toughened.
Yeah.
They
They
thought
thought
it would
it,
be soft and squishy like a baby.
they thought it made it less likely to get colds and flus and things like that by putting the baby
Ridiculous.
out in the cold air.
Yeah.
They thought.
The
This is
opposite
1884.
Yeah, they had a lot of weird
Yeah.
shit going on with health back then.
Apparently, though, Dr. Emmett thought that the mothers should just put their babies by the open window, not
Yeah.
outside the
Yeah.
open window. But somebody took that to the next level and made baby cages. And by the 1930s, they were huge. In London, there was a neighborhood group called the Chelsea Baby Club. And when you joined the club, they gave you a baby cage.
Jesus
There was
Christ.
that sort of almost universal. And I guess anybody who didn't have a private backyard, a garden, as they say in
As they
England,
say.
got a baby cage. So if you lived in a high-rise or mid-rise or just didn't have a private yard, because you needed that fresh air. They were seen as almost a necessity for urban environments. The Royal Institute of British Architects felt they were essential to all homes without gardens, and some apartment buildings at the time actually had them built in to one window in
my
that
God.
unit. They were that
Wow.
popular.
I hope some of those buildings are still
I-
alive.
I
That'd
would
be
like to
amazing.
see a baby cage.
Oh, you will when we're done voting.
Okay.
Baby cages fell into disfavor in England during the bombing of Britain because,
Yeah.
it's kind of a dick move.
Blitzkrieg.
But after the war was over, they came briefly back into favor. But then sometime during the 1950s, they just gradually kind of went out of favor. No
They
one knows for sure.
lasted
They lasted well into the
50
50s. In
years?
England, especially. In London and England, they were
Oh,
still a big deal
Lordy.
into the 50s. Yeah.
Did any babies ever fall?
Not that anything I read did any baby ever die from this.
Huh.
So, and
Yeah.
maybe it was in the 50s, it was both thought that as the decade wore on, cities were getting more crowd, there were more cars,
Yeah.
there's more pollution coming up. Also, there was, a movement to maybe protect your baby or some anti-child cruelty, and hanging your baby 100 feet outside a window could be seen as
Yeah.
that. So they, goddamn nanny state, just mind your own business. I want to do it now. Let's hang Lily out the window. Just kidding. Number 5, last one, the man-eating trees of Madagascar.
What?
We
Some
all...
good alliteration there.
Thank you.
Are they mangrove trees?
They're
That'd
not
be even
mangrove
better.
trees.
Oh.
No, they're not. No, they're not on the coast. They're actually in the interior
Oh.
forest.
Oh.
We all know about the Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
We do.
Sure you do. This little plant in the sandy soils of the Carolinas augments its diet with flies and other insects.
Hold up, the Carolinas.
North Carolina. The Venus flytrap is from North Carolina.
Oh,
It's the
I
only
thought-
place it grows in the world.
Seriously?
What? Yeah. What?
Mom and I
did not
got
know that.
confused.
Yes.
We forgot about
We didn't know we were switching gears and going to talk about
fully about the Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
This is the Venus flytrap.
Okay.
Okay, not the Madagascar
Setting the
thing.
stage.
I was like,
no,
what?
no, 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 no. But it gives you kind of a sense of where we're going.
Yeah, we love those
So
Venus
it
flytraps.
has its little
Claptrap.
claptrap snaps shut when it feels a fly there and eats it and digests it, getting some delicious protein because the soil there is not super rich.
Nitrogen.
The pitcher plant also has these pitcher kind of shaped leaves. Our friend Tim has both the Venus flytrap and the pitcher plant, and he kills lots of insects in his backyard. The pitcher plant actually attracts them, and when you go deep into the pitcher, into the cavity of the pitcher plant, you get stuck because it doesn't have like the inward
It has little
hairs and
hairs,
things
yeah.
like
And
that.
slippery
So,
walls,
yeah,
too.
so that fly ain't getting out.
They can't climb back up.
But why stop at bugs or really small animals? I ask you, plant kingdom. The plant kingdom is very adaptive, and
Yes, it is.
why has nothing evolved to enrich its diet with something a little more, let's say, filling? Well, maybe something has.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
New York World reporter Edmund Spencer told the story of a man named Karl Lesch. I think that's how it's pronounced. He's German. Leche? Leche?
Lesche.
Leche? Karl Leche, a German adventurer. He had been to far off Madagascar, And he told Spencer this story, who wrote it up in the New York World in the spring of 1874. So Madagascar was then, France did not control it. It was like little independent kingdoms mostly, made up of kingdoms. France would later come to control it and colonize it for a little while. And so the interior was largely unexplored by Europeans. Europeans knew very little, if anything, about the interior of Madagascar. Lecce explored the interior. Lecce? Lecce?
Lesha.
Lesha.
S-C-H.
Lesha. I like
S-C-H, you
Spanish
said?
for milk. Yes.
Sha.
Cha. Lesha.
Sha.
Lesha. I'm not going to get it right.
Like the word shh.
Carl.
Not a cha.
Carl.
What the fuck?
There you
His
go.
name
Yes,
is
just
Carl.
call him Carl.
Carl told of coming on to a tribe called the Mkodo tribe.
You got that good.
See?
Good job.
He was allowed to witness one of their greatest rituals, a human sacrifice.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun. I support them.
Okay. Though not as widespread as a lot of sensationalist history would have, many
Yep.
cultures did indeed do human sacrifice. The Mkodo ritual was different in that instead of the victim being tossed into a volcano or maybe having their heart ripped out while they're alive, they were fed to a carnivorous plant
That's fun.
or tree.
I want to go out that way.
Who doesn't? The tree was something like an 8-foot high, thick ass pineapple. It was kind of it looked like a giant pineapple to this, like a very, very thick trunk, about 8 feet high. It was this kind of dingy brown bark, and it was said to be hard as iron, super, super tough. It had on the top of it had a 2-foot diameter cone, and from this cone, 8 leaves, all 11 to 12 feet long, hung down. So it hung down all across the whole diameter of the tree. Something like the leaves of an agave. So think, a thick, succulent kind of a thing, but much droopier.
Okay.
Not spiky. They droop down over, but they're kind of thick, succulent leaves.
Sure.
The surface of these leaves, the upward surface, was covered with little sharp thorns that were shaped a lot like hooks.
Wow, like that.
Yeah, quote, the apex of the cone was a round, white, concave figure, like a smaller plate set within a larger one. This is the top.
Can't picture that.
You can't picture anything, so you're not the best.
Yeah, but can you, Emma?
I can't.
Can you?
It's like
Mom?
a plate. It's like a smaller plate on top of a bigger plate, and it's surrounded by these. It's on the top of this thick tree, and the top is kind of flattish, and these huge leaves are drooping down
got
from
that part.
the side of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know. These images are very disparate to me. These different parts. Like you got the pineapple base, and then you got one plate, and you got another
Yeah,
plate
the
on top of it,
plates
and
are
there's
a
these
little-
droopy, spiky, flat leaves. I'm
Well,
like, what's
eventually,
happening?
after we reveal, we'll have to do some pictures, but we can't do pictures
Yeah.
until after we reveal.
Yeah.
So it was not a flower, by the way. It's like a receptacle, and in the bottom of this plate-like receptacle, it exuded a quote, clear, treacly liquid, honey sweet, and possessed of violent, intoxicating, and soporific properties.
Separate.
So you got drunk.
Yeah.
You got crunked by drinking this treacly liquid. And it was delish. Honey sweet, man. Long green tendrils then reached out from this receptacle. So separate from the leaves, you had some tendrils, and they were 7 to 8 feet long. And then also, it's a very complicated tree.
Yeah.
6 palpi reached from the base of the tree where the tendrils went down to meet it. And they were said to be in constant motion. They moved around. They wiggled almost like snakes. So this tree had a lot going on. Okay? Carl, through Spencer, who he told the story to, described the scene of the sacrifice when a woman was brought to the tree and she was forced to climb to the top. She was made to drink that treacly liquid in the cone, and once she drank it and got on top of there, that seemed to set the tree off. Quote, the slender, delicate palpi, with the fury of starved serpents, quivered a moment over her head, then as if instinct with demonic intelligence fastened upon her in sudden coils round and round her neck and arms. Then, while her awful screams and yet more awful laughter rose wildly to be instantly strangled down again into a gurgling moan, the tendrils, one after another, like great green serpents, this is all one sentence, by the way, with brutal energy and infernal rapidity, rose, retracted themselves, and wrapped her about in fold after fold, ever tightening with cruel swiftness and savage tenacity of anacondas fastening upon their prey.
No.
Oh.
They ate her.
Okay.
basically, is what that 400-word sentence
Seriously.
essentially means. Yeah, this is 1874. That's how they wrote.
They didn't know how to write back then.
They did not. What was left? I mean, Melville Moby Dick has like 2-page sentences. I'm not kidding. So they liked it.
Uh-oh.
What was
Where's
left
that?
was a gruesome mixture of human and plant fluid. So it crushed her so thoroughly, she's just jelly.
No.
And the tribes people would then rush forward to drink greedily.
No.
Ew.
Not
Yes.
the tribe jelly.
This was followed by a, quote, grotesque and indescribably hideous orgy, naturally.
I'm going to be
Orgy.
honest.
Orgy.
No, I'll wait until the end, but keep going. This sounds like some fuckery.
Later, former Michigan Governor Chase Osborne brought to life stories from missionaries. So he allegedly heard from missionaries who had been to Madagascar, similar stories about this man-eating tree, and he wrote about them in a book called, quote, Madagascar, Land of the Man-Eating Tree. So Chase he was the ex-governor of Michigan, so he said it as well. But
That means he cannot lie.
well, not necessarily, because, well, we'll get in a second. But Madagascar, by the way, may not have been the only place with their flesh-eating plants. The Yadavao plant of Central America was said by a writer named James Buell to make a kind of hissing noise, and it would send out these poisonous spines on its leaf, and they could pierce people and kill them. It's not clear from the story I read if they ate these people or not, but they would kill and eat some kind of creatures that got too close, I guess. And in Africa, too. In the late 19th century, a man named William Thomas Stead wrote of something he called the vampire vine. He wrote this, by the way, in Lucifer magazine.
Oh, no,
Oh
that's
my
cute.
God.
I'm sorry, not Africa. This was Nicaragua. And the plant would wrap around a victim and drain it of blood. And again, it's not clear that this happened to humans, but it could have. And he wrote that when he was with a naturalist named Dunstan around the Lake Nicaragua area, Stead heard his dog yelp. Quote, running to the spot whence the animal's cries came, Mr. Dunstan found him enveloped in a perfect network of what seemed to be a fine rope-like tissue of roots and fibers. The native servants who accompanied Mr. Dunstan manifested the greatest horror of the vine, which they call the devil's snare, and were full of stories of its death-dealing powers. But was the man-eating Madagascar real? Now, again, you're voting on one of these is completely made up.
As
the
in
Gen
you
gods
completely made it up?
exactly.
Okay.
So the Gen gods may be real, or maybe may or may not be real. Again, we're not disowning your culture, Java, but and same with the man-eating tree, because a naturalist named Willie Ley, he was also German, so I'll just call him Willie. He researched the Madagascar man-eating tree, and he found no contemporaneous evidence of it whatsoever. He felt it was all a myth, and that Edmund Spencer in the New York World was writing what we now call a hoax story.
I agree. I'm with him.
I'm with him, too.
My German friend.
None of the names that Spencer mentioned in his story, Willie Ley could find, and he didn't think they existed. So he thinks that it was all just stories. Your job right now, voters, listeners, is to tell us which of these things
You made up.
I made up.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think I've decided.
You are to decide.
Remind
So,
us. Recap.
Recap.
Yeah.
They are number one, the Jersey Devil tree, that spooky tree where kids cry and torture or get tortured, and when you go to Applebee's, your hands turn black.
Spooky tree.
Number two was the Moroccan moonstone, the mystery of science and of legend that could protect you, not let you be a vampire. Carrie will not accept that
Or a
last part.
werewolf.
And I'm sorry, a werewolf. Yes, that's true. And also is an unknown gem. We'll never know what it was. Number three was Jenglots, those little spiky-haired vampire creatures of Indonesia that drink blood. Could be ghost blood, could be human's blood, could have got it from the Red Cross. Number four, baby cages. You make a cage, you put your baby in it, you hang it outside your window. Speaks for itself. And number five was what we just learned about, was the man-eating tree of Madagascar.
I think I have my decision.
My goodness.
Tell us which. Now, stop for a second. I'm going to pause this. Do we want to, since it's so fresh in your head, why
yeah.
don't we do our five? Okay, so those are our five strange and spooky and crazy weird things. You guys think about it. This, by the way, is going to kickstart our October, which is also called
How the Weird World.
and we will have lots of scary things for you.
Yeah.
We'll have an episode in probably at the end of the month, I'm thinking. and we will
I'm
recap
thinking on Halloween.
on maybe on Halloween. We'll upload an episode. We'll recap it quickly for you. In the meantime, though, we want you to vote.
Yeah, how do
And
they do that?
what we'll do is then we'll present your votes, and we will reveal what the fake was then on Halloween. You'll vote on our website. We did this for April Fools.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, I'm sorry. On
Oh, on
Facebook, you'll
Facebook.
vote on Facebook. So start thinking about it. Please don't look it up. Don't
Honor system.
honor system completely, obviously.
Yep.
But we'll know, and we'll be angry.
We should
so
probably do a Twitter poll too.
maybe we'll do that too.
And do
So look-
something on Instagram. Go on our Instagram. We'll have a post. Comment on there too. You gotta
Insta-
get your social media game up. Dean.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Don't
do
look
a
at
story
me.
on Instagram and vote.
Okay.
Oh,
Carrie-
okay.
Ding dong, Emma.
Thank you.
Carrie's gonna do all those things. So look on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, vote, respond, tell us what you think about
Yeah.
what you
Yes.
think, which one's real,
Think
which
about
one,
what you
which really it's just which one's fake
Yeah.
Yes. Which one, Dean?
and why made up.
Made up.
All right. Until then,
See
Put your
ya.
thinking caps on.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.